You are in tune to the Man Lizard Rasheen, so get ready for action.
Yo, what's up, party people? You're in tune to the ultimate sound right now, going down in your town. It's the Grand Wizard Rasheen, and we're on the Hip Hop Starship, flying all over the universe. You heard it first, never rehearsed. Grand Wizard Rasheen, Grand Wizard Stevie G, WSME is in the place to be, and we're about to kick it live with the legends, the Imperial Brothers. It's on right now. What's up, brothers?
What's good? What's good, man?
Okay, so let them know who's on the line right now.
Well, me, this is L.
Okay.
Straight out the BX.
All right.
And
who else?
This is part 2 of the Imperial Brothers, Nesto. Nesto Banks out of the BX.
All right. Okay, so it's a lot of people that heard of y'all, and they know y'all legends, but there is a lot of people that don't know your history. So I want y'all to give them the history, a visual documentary, that's such, you know what I mean, of how y'all got started, how you met, what year you got started, and what motivated you to be an MC in hip hop. Okay? All right, so this is the story of the Imperial Brothers. Get loose, brothers.
All right. So this is L, and basically, when all this started, of course, everyone buys like 2 little turntables and a mixer or whatever. So that's basically what I did. So I was just DJing at first.
What year was it?
And you talking like this is like the 70s. I was a little kid.
Okay, yeah,
in the 70s. So I was a little kid, just mixing phonographs, and I bought a little Gemini mixer with like 4 tracks on it, and just started DJing in the house, a little kid, whatever. And I just did it for fun, because I heard a lot of pause tapes back then. Right. So the pause tapes got me motivated, so I was like, damn, I just like the way, that they put that together, so I just started DJing. So what really made me want to really start doing this is when I snuck out the house and I went to the cadet headquarters with a bunch of friends from the block, from the projects, Dykeman projects, and I went to go see DJ Breakout, DJ Baron, and the Funky Four.
Oh, right.
So I'm a little kid, but this is like the beginning of hip hop, and I'm like, damn. So I was just watching them on stage, and I was just amazed, like, damn, this is what I want to do.
Right.
So that kind of motivated me to do that. So, back on the block, I'm trying to recruit people, to start a group. And me and one member, a friend of mine that lived upstairs, I won't mention his name because he's in the industry now. We're going through a lot of back and forth publishing arguments, but he's an old label mate. But we started a little something together, started DJing and rapping together. So I was rapping and a DJ.
Right.
So I started asking around people around the block, people that would rap, whatever, you want to start a group. So nobody really wanted to do it because it was just too early, and like, it at that time was like, it was all about Funky Four and then those groups. So it's like, so then I met another member from the Bronx, Mr. Ice, rest in peace, and we decided, let's start a group. So I met him, I think I might have been about 12 years old. I met him at like a summer youth job, and we started a group. So we started the Imperials. So at that time, it was just Imperial 2. Then we started adding members one by one. So it got all the way up to Imperial 5. So I got one member from my project, which is OG Rock, and then the rest of them were from the Bronx. And we combined, and we were Imperial 5 at the time. So that's basically how Imperial started. And we just started doing all the shows in the parks, and all through Southern Boulevard, Arthur Park, all them parks, you name it. We was doing them shows out there with Dougie Fresh, Cold Crush, Bambada, all them groups from that era was just doing a lot of parties in those parks over there. And that's basically how Imperial started, just, in the streets. And I think once we really started getting people's attention, a lot of people don't notice, but we battled Cold Crush.
Oh, wow.
So it was around the time that they battled Fantastic. So it was supposed to be the 5 of us against the 4 of them, but Kaz said no. We're just gonna do Notorious 2. They had like him and JDL at the time. They was just say, yo, we're gonna do the battle. The rest of them are not.
Okay.
I didn't understand that, but we said, okay, cool. So I was DJing, and I had 2 members, which was Ice and Prince Master. They were the rappers for that battle, and we battled 2 on 2. It was at a place called Your Spot. It was in the Bronx on Webster. It's like the old Burger King, right near, I think it was Webster Houses. I'm not sure it was the old Burger King, whatever. But, so, needless to say, I think we were robbed in that battle because they asked the crowd who won the battle, and pretty much you had about 51 people yelling. Excuse me. First they said, who do you think won the battle? Cold Crush? People were screaming. Who do you think won the battle? Imperial? People were screaming. So they said, it's too close. So they asked again. So honestly, it sounded like 51 people yelled for Cold Crush and 49 yelled for Imperial. And at that time, Cold Crush was like running the streets at that time. So they gave them the battle. They gave them it was like a $500 prize.
Right.
So everybody in there said they think Imperial won. Up to this day, people will say that was there. But, I mean, you know, in my opinion, I think we tore them up. But the question still remains, why would you take all the cats we had in the group and say, no, we just want to battle 2 on 2 instead of, you know, everybody versus everybody? But, you know, that's just my question. Up to this day, I still don't know. But that's basically how Imperial started. This is all before the record deals and everything.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Yeah.
And then after that, well, what led to the records after that?
Well, after that, there was a cat on the block. His name was Aldo. He started a label called Cutting Records with his brother Amato. So at the time, they were friends with Rasheen. This is another label mate.
Right, that made his time?
Right, exactly.
Right, okay.
So, he came to me and he said, do you guys want to sign? We just started the label. So I said, okay, let's check out the music. So they gave us the music, and I pretty much laughed and said, if we from the streets of the South Bronx tearing up all these parks, why in the hell are we going to rap to this type of record?
Right.
So they was trying to follow behind Bambaataa and Planet Rock.
Right.
So that's basically, they handed us the music and they said, it's going to work. I said, that is not going to work in the streets of the Bronx. But, I mean, it worked for the break dancers.
Right.
But basically, they took that record and they went overseas with it, and it just went crazy overseas. And that's pretty much how that first record just came about, that first deal.
What was that first record?
It was We Come to Rock.
We Come to Rock. Hey, I should dance off of that, so hey, I'm most definitely. I was a break dancer and a dancer, and I danced off of that. Yeah.
We come to rock. Everybody here, just rock. We come to rock. Everybody here, just rock. We come to rock, to get the people right out this seat and rock to make sure everybody feels the heat. When you rock, we want the people to get on the floor. Just rock, that's enough. Must you ask for more? So come on inside and don't be shy. We're not here to hurt ya, just have a good time. So come on inside and don't be shy. We're not here to hurt ya, just have a good time. Play it, play it, play it.
yeah. Yeah, so that's basically how that started.
Okay, so what else happened after that? You know, with that record, you made another record?
Well, we made another 3 records, and only one of them got released, which was Live It Up. The other ones didn't get released. I can't remember what happened, but one of them, WizKid, is on there. He's on another record, just scratching. It was mostly just scratching and you know, some raps on it, but it's mostly musical. And they decided to release Live It Up. And then they took those 2 records and they licensed them all over the country, different countries. And that's basically, you know, the 2 records on the label until we started having problems with, you know, not the label, but the producer on the label. So that contract kind of went sour after 5 years.
Right. Was what was it, Hakeem, or what's his name, Hassan?
Hashim?
Yeah, Hashim. Was he
Hashim, yeah. He produced it, and that's where the problem came in. You know, he I don't want to say too much.
Yeah, I understand.
Because
yeah. Okay.
That'll start a whole nother war, which I don't care, but, you know,
yeah.
I'm not trying to just give him too much run and keep talking about him. But it was just a problem with the producer, not the label, because the label paid us good and everything, but it was just a production problem. So.
All right. So did y'all start doing any production on your own?
No, pretty much like after the second release, we waited for the contract to end, and then I think there was another record that we did, but I had left the group because of all the stuff that we were going through, and I think they went over to Def Jam, and then at the time, what's his name? I can't remember this guy's name. Andre Harrell said that he didn't like the record that they gave him, because the reason why I left the group, because I didn't like I had no control over trying to help create the record, and they wouldn't let me help them, and they wanted to do that on their own. So when they took it to Andre Harrell, he said, that's not what we're looking for. And when they came back and told me that, I said, I told you, but it was already too late. I already had left.
Right.
So once they stopped doing everything, I said, okay, I resurfaced. I started picking it back up again because they pretty much gave up after that, the rest of the group members. So, I mean, after that, the next deal came in 2012, and nobody wanted to do this again. They were afraid of the contracts and maybe the competition out here. And the only one that stepped up that said, let's do it, is Nesto. So we pretty much, 2012, that was the next deal. I mean, we took a lot of time off, but that was pretty much the next deal that we had. Before that was just mixtape stuff and underground music, but that was the next deal that we had with, it was like a compilation with Public Enemy's Chuck D and a few other artists from around the globe. And me and Nesto just went on there and just did another release, and that kind of blew up out of overseas, though.
Okay, and
which the record was called,
what was that?
That record was called Breathe.
Breathe. Okay.
So it's called Breathe, and then they pretty much they released that, and then there was another label in Germany which was called Bad Habit. They pretty much released like the remixes for that. So it did pretty good overseas in Germany and London.
Are they like?
But of course, you know, they were pretty much like on that electronic, fast-paced, that fast BPM. So I knew the records wouldn't work in the States, but I mean, overseas, when it comes to making records, they really paying you some money as opposed to as opposed to the States. So we just took it and ran with it. And a lot of people said that they don't like that electronic music, that fast music, but I mean, that's where we got our start from. So we said, well, we want to do the real hip hop, you know, the boom baps and all that. But yeah, that's what we wanted to do. But I mean, the labels pretty much said, well, this is what you did before. This is what made you. So let's just keep it going. But I knew that it wouldn't work here, but I just ran with it, like, you know, because we pretty much have fun doing the records. Yeah, just making the money.
Right.
So.
But it's like a gift and a curse at the same time, because if we came up doing all the street stuff, and see the labels overseas, they don't know about the street stuff that was done in the past. They only know about that we kind of rock, that up tempo, that electronic type music, and that's what they're used to.
Right.
So London, Switzerland, Germany, all of them, they put Imperial in a box. Where like if they was here, and like we've done some real hip hop over since 2012, since we did the brief, and people like, oh, they're just not used to hearing Imperial doing real hip hop. So we have no problem doing that electronic or the jungle type music, but our roots is hip hop. That real hip hop. So we don't have no problem doing whatever. If you check out our archives since 2012, you'll see that we all over the place as far as music is concerned. That's one thing that we said to each other, like, we're not going to be put in a box.
Right.
We can do, we want to do a little bit of everything. But yeah, though, everybody overseas expects us to. Now, don't get us wrong. The new listeners to Imperial, they appreciate the real hip hop,
right,
and they accept the real hip hop. As opposed to those older cats that know about the We Kinda Rock and Live It Up and those up-tempo type songs. You know what I mean?
What do you have coming up? What are your plans for the future? 2020.
Well, honestly, like, we have a whole lot of stuff.
Okay.
And it's just 2020 is going to be a year of everybody getting flooded with a lot of Imperial stuff. We got a lot of things coming, like a lot of stuff. So we working with, like I said before, the Wu-Tang producers, and we got some producers from Switzerland we working with. We got some producers from Harlem and Denmark we working with. So there's a lot of stuff coming out. We've been working. Sometimes we keep it quiet on social media because we're busy.
Right.
And but there's a whole lot of stuff coming. So we pretty much waiting for January to come to start releasing some of these records. So, but it's a whole boatload of records that we're gonna release.
So is it like an album?
Nah, we were gonna do the album, but we figured like we're just gonna go out singles,
right? Just
to see how the singles are gonna do, and then by the middle of the year, we're like, okay, you want to just release an album because we have enough stuff right now for 2 albums, but we're just trying to put them together and see how we can release them. We were negotiating with 2 different labels, just like to do an album, and we're just trying to decide what we really want to do with the music, but. As of now, we're just going to start releasing singles.
Wow. And what's the hottest single that you think the first one you're going to put out?
well, the first one we put out is not necessarily the hottest one. You will have to judge of that because everything we coming with is official.
I got you.
But and you'll understand what I mean because every song it's different capacity. We don't never come the same way all the time. So something that you might like, another person might not like because they're not into that genre of hip hop. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's on different levels. So it's hard to say, well, what's the best one or which this and that because the one we're getting ready to drop in January is called Shake. It's like an up-tempo type dance type joint, Right
that's the one you did with Sticky?
Oh, no. That's the one we did with Sticky was like, I think it was last year.
Oh, okay.
But this is all like just new stuff dropping.
All right. So you have more electronic stuff or just like more hip-hop?
I mean, it's pretty much a mixture of both, but it's more of that real hip hop, that boom bap, real hip hop.
Okay.
Then we got some new style music. We got some producers from Dementia that gave us some music. So we have a whole lot of stuff coming with it's different sounds with everything. You know what I'm saying? We got some collaborations, like everything that's gonna come out. You're gonna be like, damn, this is something different. Like, what is this? And it's like it's coming in every different angle you can think of is coming. So,
Yeah, man, we definitely got to look out for all that. Y'all learning about Imperial Brothers right here on WFME. So
we just don't want to be put in a box where it's like if you sit back and you say, I want some gangster music.
Right.
You'll go to a certain artist and put that in. Oh, I want some calypso. You go put a calypso artist in. We don't want it like that, because that way it's like you're going to get one audience and that's it. So you figure, let's say somebody likes electronic, and we put out a boom bap record. They're going to tune in just to see, is this going to be electronic? And it turns out to be boom bap. They're like, damn, I kind of like this too. So then we want to be judged as Imperial. They do music. They're having fun with it. They doing all types of music, and they're gonna tune in and say, damn, I kind of like that too. Well, I like this too. I like that.
Give them a choice.
And they're gonna say, exactly. So it's like when you go to a party or a club and you're dancing, they throw on different types of music, right? So you're like, damn, well, some people stop dancing, some people keep on going. If the beat is right, if everything's going, they're gonna keep on going. So we pretty much want to just give everybody something, and they say, damn, well, I kind of like this too. And then that's it.
Wow.
So
definitely. Oh, man. So, wow.
When you listen to an album, when you listen to someone's album, like I've heard some incredible hip hop albums, some incredible R&B albums, and I might say, well, damn, out of the 12 songs on this album, 2 songs I really didn't like. I didn't care for those 2 songs. But the 2 songs that you didn't like, those are 2 songs that somebody else did like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what balances it out, and that's what makes it a great album.
Right.
Just because you don't like all 12 songs on the album, that doesn't mean, of course, it's still a good album. But what makes it great is because the 2 that you didn't like, somebody else liked it, and that's what music is all about. Right.
Man, that's great, man. You got to get, more music to different people. That's right.
yeah.
So, wow. So look, that's a nice story that you told about, how you got started and what, motivated you to do what you're doing and what you're doing now. And is there like Facebook pages and Twitter pages that people can reach you at right now? To get in touch with you?
Yeah, well, as far as we have your Facebook, Imperial Brothers.
Okay.
You have Instagram, Imperial Brothers. Once you put Imperial Brothers in, you're going to find me and Nesto, either one of us. You'll see everything come up.
Yeah, they might want to hire you.
Just click on all of them. Yeah, there you go. Click on them, We do collabos, bookings, we do shows, but we put a pause on the shows for this month because we got a lot of stuff coming in January, so we just been working on the music and just kind of like put the shows to the side for now because we just want to hit them with all new music for the new year. So, but yeah, you can contact us,
Yeah, it's Nesto Banks on Facebook, Nesto_Imperial. On Imperial Group on Instagram, and the same on Twitter. So yeah, so we all on the net. If you don't want to get at us, you can hit ImperialBrothers@gmail.com for shows, bookings, anything like that. Hit us up on Imperial Bros, on @gmail.com.
All right, man, that's some good stuff right there. All right, look, do you want to give, before we get out of here, some shots out to the people and family, friends?
Oh yeah, I want to give some shout outs to Mr. Ice, R.I.P. My man Cheddar Bang, Soul Supreme, OG Rock, Prince Master, and all my kids and everybody who knows me.
All right, and how about you, my brother?
Yeah, just want to everybody that ever did anything for hip hop, man. Anybody that ever did anything for hip hop, everybody that loved.
Hey, look, we about to fly on out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's been wonderful having y'all aboard. You know what I'm saying? Because
no doubt,
you are legends living legends, and you're still rolling, and we're proud of you, you know, doing what you're doing, and we can't wait to hear your new stuff.
Oh yeah.
That's right. So y'all get in touch with the Imperial brothers because they're coming out with their new stuff, and they still have, you know, the legendary old stuff that I used to break pants off. You know what I mean? So y'all look out for that. All right. So look, I appreciate y'all brothers for being aboard. You know what I'm saying? So
no doubt.
WSM. Yeah. Oh look, WSME Radio, SM Enlightenment, and my brother Grand Wizard Stevie D. He's on the board right now. You know what I'm saying? So he. No doubt. Yeah. Shout out to him. So we is about to fly on out of here. So y'all want to say bye-bye so we can fly?
Peace it out.
I'll say peace up. Peace up. Peace up.
All right. Peace out. Thank y'all. Let's go.
All right.
You are in tune to the Man Lizard Rasheen, so get ready for action.